For those of you out there that think you have a friend or a
Be
relative that
friendly.
is a victim of domestic violence, married to a jerk who thinks his wife's a
Okay,
punching
his
bag,
relationship advice makes me nervous
let me tell you
sometimes.
a real symptom. The data shows
And
this, and
his
we
use
know this
of
from 30 years of working
data.
in these situations. If the guy is
Yeah,
1,000% in control of the money
one
and will
billion
not let his
percent.
wife make a single decision of any kind with the money, there's a high correlation between that behavior and domestic violence.
Yeah, kind of. He's using some of these number a bit generously here, but his intent is to bring awareness that, victims of financial abuse are also facing, physical abuse as well. And he's talking about correlation here. He's throwing out numbers, so kind of. So I think he's talking about University of Wisconsin-Madison study that found that all but one of the sample of 103 victims of domestic violence shared there were some financial abuse going on before the physical stuff or alongside the physical stuff. So 99%. So I get that. But also he's talking about access to money, which is a big part of financial abuse, but there's more to it than that. It's somebody's credit score as well, taking out credit cards in somebody's name. Sometimes people who use abuse do that as well. Sometimes it's access to employment as well, saying, you can't work at this place because there's a lot of guys that work there and I don't want you to be, blah, blah, blah. So it's also controlling somebody's employment opportunities and then education as well. Sometimes people in abusive relationships won't let their partner, their wife, their girlfriend, their husband, their boyfriend go to school, higher education, because they believe that, you know, that's going to risk their relationship and give them a more opportunity to be financially independent as well. So it is a bit more complicated than that as well, in the ways that abusive people do financially control, their victims.